Hello, everybody. This is Ed Rosenberg, and today I have the privilege to speaking to Donald, who unfortunately left Brooklyn a couple of decades ago. Tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Sure. Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn, Bensonhurst, down off of Cropsey Avenue. And now I live out on Long Island, and I've got an interesting background for anybody that wants to look me up on LinkedIn. But I've done everything from financial planning. I started my own financial planning company. I started my own mortgage company, sold it, started a mortgage broker franchise, sold that, started a soccer publication. I was the official publication for New York State Soccer, sold that, just one after another, got back
You
into the
look
mortgage.
pretty good for 135.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. I bought, I decided to get into real estate at one point. I bought and sold 300 houses in 18 months, every one of them for a profit. And I just didn't love it. So I stopped. I started an entertainment company from scratch and built it to, we did 8 feature-length films with the biggest name stars. And we created and produced the Broadway show Rock of Ages, which is one of the longest running shows of all time. And most recently, Ed, I took 5 years off where I thought I was done. And then talking to an old friend of mine, we talked about Amazon and Amazon sellers and financing, and it just caught my interest. And we came up with a really unique way to fund Amazon sellers, something that's never been done before.
Right.
So it's pretty exciting.
Yes, I remember we met and you were telling me about this, and it's pretty impressive how you actually went from the idea to you're one of the biggest names now, I think, in this space. Everybody sort of has a different angle when it comes to Amazon financing. Want to tell us your AccrueME angle, please?
Sure. I don't think anybody's got anything different. We do, but everybody else is basically the same. You have, factors, and you have the loans that are based on your revenue. And then there's us. And what we do is we'll provide the seller, we'll double their capital if they want. And what's really unique is that we just earn a percentage of profits, but we don't require monthly payments. So most of our sellers, think about it, all of our sellers are not going to make any monthly payments in, August, September, October, November, and so forth. But when they're flush with cash, when they have those slow months, it might be February, March, April, then they're paying us. And it's up to them when it's right for them to pay us. We have some clients that haven't paid for 2 years, and all they're doing is using all the money to keep growing and growing and growing. And imagine if they were to sell their business. They're going to sell their business in a year or two. Why would you ever make a payment? Just grow the business like crazy. And then we get paid at closing when you sell the business. And all we get is our capital plus whatever accrued profits we've earned. You keep all the upside.
How do you keep track of that profit? Like define profit?
Yeah, sure. So we built a system to do it all, but profit's very simple. It's what most of the sellers would call their gross profit. So it's their revenue from Amazon, less their cost of goods sold, less all the Amazon fees, including PPC. So that's it. It's a simple number.
Right, including PPC. So why wouldn't somebody pay you for like a long time? Because they're not paying out profit.
Right. So imagine if you took out an Amazon loan or any other loan, and now your monthly payment, let's say you're taking out $100,000 loan, and your monthly payment's $9,000 a month. If you took in your profit this month and then had to pay out $9,000, that's not so good. But if you took in all of your profit and now use that to live on and to grow your business, now you're going to be able to grow your business much bigger and much faster without question. And that's the whole theory here, is that you'll be able to double and double and double your business and pay us a little bit at the end or along the way. We only have one customer, one seller that pays us every month. It's just the way she likes to do it, which is totally fine. We love that.
Right. I mean, I guess if it works for her, it works for you.
It works for everybody. So, the way to use it, like our very first client, before they came to us, they were very small. They only had $9,000 in profit. We gave them a small amount, $25,000. In the next year, they did, they increased their profit by like 500%. They didn't make a single payment to us for 18 months. And after 18 months, but during that 18 months, they took out a bunch of money to live on for them, which is great. They did it right, but they built their business so big that all of a sudden in the 18th month or the 19th month, they sent us $2,000. Then they sent us 3,000, then 5, then 10. And they just, over the next few months, because they had so much money, they just paid us down. They're still in the game with us. They love us. And now going into Q3 and Q4, they're starting to take more money again.
So how much can you lend a company? Is there a maximum?
Yeah, the most we'll go right now is $1 million to start. But if we give them $1 million, then and they continue to grow, we'll grow with them. So
$1 million. I mean, that's a substantial amount of money. So somebody pays you $1 million. You would require, I mean, I'm sure that you would require all the invoices, because if you're calculating profit,
exactly. We're the only ones that actually care about the sellers making money, because we only make money when they make money. Right. So if you think about it, last year with COVID, there were months where I know a lot of people, didn't make any money because they couldn't send in any product. You remember just this time last year. And we had sellers that were breaking even and losing money. What did they owe us? Zero. They didn't not just have to don't have to make a payment, but they actually owed us nothing because they didn't make anything. If they do poorly, we do poorly. If they do well, we do well.
So if they get suspended, what happens?
We don't get any money. We earn no money on that. So what we do when they get suspended is we work with them to get them unsuspended as quickly as possible.
Right. That's
just think about it though. You get suspended, and now imagine you have a $10,000 a month payment on your back. That's like a horrible situation. With us, there's no payment. You're not owing us anything because you're not earning anything. And it's not like something's ballooning and you're going to get killed. But now let's work on this suspension, get you unsuspended, and get you start making money again, because that's how we make money. So we'll do anything to help them make money.
Do you get involved? Because one of the things, like with AccrueME and Amazon lending and all, you can like get money from all over the place. Like, do you get involved what other loans the seller has, or doesn't interest you?
Yeah, what we do is we become a partner in their business, but we don't take any equity in their business. So we become a partner on a temporary basis. We'll just do a percentage of profits. So yeah, we don't want them having other loans. So you're right. There are some ways that you can add one loan on top of another on top of another. We don't want that. And what we do is we help consult our sellers on business issues as well. What makes sense for the business? What doesn't make sense for the business? You heard my background. My partner is a Wharton graduate and a lawyer. We've gotten on many, many, many calls with our sellers to talk about specific things for them. Exactly what's going on in their business, and how they can continue to grow, and mistakes, try to prevent mistakes from happening.
Right, but if you're doing $1 million, I mean, if you're giving up to $1 million, that should be more. That's a substantial amount of money. You didn't have to go to each.
I agree, and we'll give them more than anybody, really, because when you think about it, and we'll go as low as 10,000. And people say to me all the time, "Why do you go so low?" And we love to see the small guy grow. We just want to see them grow. We love it. And especially the small guys, they can double real quick, double again, double again. It's fantastic to see. The big guys do very well. Their margins are better, but they grow a little bit slower.
Right. This is quite fascinating. Just one final question. Where do you think, you've been a businessman your whole life, where do you think Amazon selling is going to be in 5 years from now? Do you think it's still going to be hot, or do you think it's going to be the value of an Amazon business will be less because these aggregators will learn how to start a business from scratch, which is something I'm concerned about? Where do you think it's going to be in 5 years from now?
I have an interesting point of view on this. I think it's going to be different than what it is today. I think the opportunity today is probably greater than it will be in 5 years. And the opportunity to sell is greater today and next year and the year after than it will be down the road. I get concerned that there'll be something that will stop this. And in my mind, if I'm a seller, I have this opportunity in front of me. I should grow the hell out of my business right now while I have the opportunity. You know, get the money, do what you have to do, focus on it, grow like crazy so that you can get the best exit you can. And don't count on it being there in 5 years.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's going to end tomorrow, but
I
think like in the next couple of years, people are going to look back and say, sort of like when Bitcoin was at 60 grand.
Exactly. Or when, you know, Bitcoin was at, you know, $300.
Right.
We missed that boat, or at least I missed that boat.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I always find out about it afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, Donald, that's really fun. And I understand you're coming August 25th to the event.
Absolutely.
We're looking forward. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. I'm looking forward to the food too, Ed.
Yeah, everyone is. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.